it reminded me of watching a film like Star Wars for the first time. It brought me back to this childhood experience that I've never felt in a movie in a long time. And so, are you getting that kind of response from people?
We're getting a great response, and it does seem to be turning people back into movie fans, you know, the way I felt when I saw movies like 2001 and Star Wars and things like that. And I have to say, it was a huge leap that I could actually do that. But what I wanted to do with this movie was create that feeling of magic in the movies that I had at a number of milestones in my life. And I can name them. I can go through the list. When I was 7 and I saw Mysterious Island in a movie theater, blew my mind. You know, I mean, I had never seen anything like that. And you got to remember, this was at a time when, you know, television was in black and white, and we had 3 channels. And you know, I'd never seen anything like that. And then later, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Sometime after that, Star Wars, then Close Encounters. These are movies that are visual milestones for me that just transported me and overwhelmed me. And I thought, you know, what an amazing possibility to get to do that for other people. Now, it doesn't mean you can, you know, so that's why, we pulled out all the stops on this movie. I got the best artists I could find to imagine this crazy world of Pandora, and just did every trick we knew to put a spectacle up on the screen.
When a filmmaker like you is so involved with all the day-to-day and every little minutia details, how do you then know that you've done something wonderful? You know what I mean? Because then it could be, you can overdo it. And so how do you?
I had a good post-production team. I worked with 2 other editors, and we were a 3-person editing team. And basically our rules was, if something moved us, if something affected us emotionally, we'd keep it in. And it was just talk about, you know, how it worked if you took this scene out. We had a lot of time, fortunately, on this film to fine-tune the cut. And, you know, we took quite a bit out, but in taking it out, we pruned it in such a way that it made it a more powerful emotional journey. And I think that the emotion is as necessary to it as the visual spectacle.
The emotion is, thank goodness, supplied by these wonderful actors. And so to work with these, I mean, you put a big gamble in bringing Sam and also Zoe, who at the time didn't have what they've done since, you know, your film. So how did you know that these were the ones, these kids basically were the ones that could bring this world to life, at least have the spirit for it?
I'm not sure sometimes that it is a gamble to use unknowns. I think sometimes it's a bigger gamble to use a star. It sounds counterintuitive, but sometimes a star can shift expectations or take you out of a movie. If you want an audience to fully abandon themselves to a movie and let the movie, you know, sort of take them on this journey, they can't make any assumptions about the characters. They have to learn the characters from the movie and the way the actors reveal the characters to them. So I thought it was cool to start with actors like Sam and Zoe that you didn't know, and let them be revealed, let their characters be revealed. I found Sam in the normal casting process. You know, we had our feelers out to different casting directors around the world, and you know, Australia is obviously a good place to check if you're looking for a young up-and-coming male star, because for some reason it must be the water, because they grow those guys differently down there than they do in Hollywood. And Sam he was just such an authentic person, just a real guy. I mean, he was a bricklayer before he became an actor, and he still has that kind of working class ethic and just clarity about him.
And well, the other nice thing about this film is that there's a small community of, well, I'm sure it's a big community now, of filmmakers who are also curious about what you have achieved here. And so I've read things that Steven Spielberg kind of was following. You know, you would show him things, and Guillermo. So
Steven Spielberg does not follow for very long. He came in to see what we were doing. I handed him the virtual camera. He got the hang of it in about 5 minutes. And then he was off, using it to create what he wanted to create, which was the Tintin movie.